Welcome to Leads and Leverage, Real Estate Team Leader Lounge, where success in real estate meets passion-driven leadership. I'm your host, Tyler Gibson. I'm an entrepreneur, real estate team leader, and investor, and I'm thrilled to have you join us in the ultimate hub for real estate excellence. In this exclusive lounge, we're diving deep into strategies, tactics, and stories that fuel the success of real estate teams. Whether you're a seasoned pro looking to take your leadership skills to new heights or an aspiring entrepreneur ready to build your own powerhouse team, this podcast is your go-to resource for insider insights and actionable advice. Get ready to hear from top experts, industry pioneers, and real-world achievers who are making waves in the real estate world. We'll explore the best practices, share invaluable lessons learned, and equip you with tools you need to thrive in today's competitive market. Welcome to the lounge where leaders are made and success is earned. Come on in to the Real Estate Team Leader Lounge. Hello and welcome to another episode of Leads and Leverage, the Team Leader Lounge. I'm so excited to have Alex Fink here with me today. Alex is the team leader for Team Fink, and he is with Illustrated Properties down in Palm Beach. They are the top team in their office and ranked in the top 20, the President's Council. So excited to hear from him and learn more about his business. Thanks, Alex, for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Tyler. How are you?
I'm doing very well. And,
Good.
you know, for folks that are listening, the loud noise in the back is a very loud rainstorm. We had this discussion.
Yeah, sunny South Florida, but we do get rain, and yeah, during this time of year, it comes at any time, and it comes hard, and then it passes. So
Exactly. Yeah, here in Orlando, from 3 to 5, you can count on it in the summertime. We're gonna have a monsoon, but this too shall
it gets hot. It gets hot in Orlando. I lived there for 1 year, and I remember. Yeah.
Nice.
It's nice
Alex,
though.
let's jump into it. Tell me a little bit about real estate. I know that you started part-time, kind of full. Tell us just a quick synopsis.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, how you end up getting into real estate, it's a different story for everyone. And so, yeah, I was able to do what I call full-time for part of the year versus like someone that has a full-time job, 9 to 5, and then they try to do it part-time on the side. I basically had a very flexible job. I come from an engineering background. I have a degree in mechanical engineering, and my last job, it was a salaried position, but it was fairly seasonal as far as the workload, and it was very travel heavy. So when we weren't traveling, my boss was kind of ahead of the times, gave us the flexibility, knew we needed balance. But because of that, I was able to start helping my mom, was a full-time realtor. Now she's been a realtor for over 20 years. So at the time, it was about 5-6 years ago, but she had a lot of experience. She was always a top producer. And so because of my availability, for basically half the year, I was able to, be a full-time realtor for half the year, still maintaining my responsibilities at my engineering job. But I got introduced in kind of a no-pressure way, and that kind of influenced why I got into the business, because it was a very genuine and natural decision. And so I'm all about helping the customer, and that's really why I got into the business.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about your team. Does a team comprise of you and other agents? I think you mentioned your mom, working with your mom.
Yeah. Well, the main part of our team is me and my mom, and then we do have another full-time agent on our team who actually met my mom in real estate school 20 years ago, which is pretty unbelievable. And she always kind of stuck with my mom because my mom was a real natural and a real professional at real estate. And so she naturally is a great leader. And so, you introduced me as the team leader. I am in a sense because I take over a lot of the responsibilities, especially the modernizing of the business and our file storage and our transaction organization and whatnot. But truly, my mom is the technical team leader. She's the one that's been around, and she's the one that kind of started everything. So we have our other agent. She's a little further north and specializes a little further north in Stewart, and she's a great full-time agent. And then any agent that kind of passes through, sometimes part-time agents, we love helping people. And so we have a couple agents that are licensed, and they are doing it more part-time, but they get the confidence to know that when the time comes and they have a special client that's going to trust in them, that they can trust in us to get them through it the right way. And in fact, a lot of those type of part-time agents are actually previous clients, and they saw what it was like to work with us. And, a lot of people know about real estate and they think of the commissions and whatnot. But once I think they see how it can be a fun and safe professional experience, they have some interest in the business.
Yeah.
So, we have a couple part-time agents. And then my mom, over the years, actually has had several people as part of her mentorship, in a sense, like helping a couple new agents that have gone on to do really great things, actually top producers in our area. They're at different brokerages, but they took the steps to learn it the right way from my mom. And I kind of did the same thing. And then I try to improve on her business as well. So.
Well, tell us a little bit about learning it the right way, because you said it has to do with learning it the right way from her. And same thing.
Yeah, learning it the right way.
And learning it the right way.
Yeah, and that's interesting you say that, because, like all full-time realtors, I have different marketing pieces out there that, go to my past clients or go to different people. And one of them, it actually says like something along the lines of like, to support real estate done right, reach out to us, because I think there is a right way to do it, where you basically are putting your clients, putting yourself in your client's shoes, always doing things with them being the top priority and taking it extremely serious, taking their money as serious as it's your own money, in the sense of protecting deposits, not wanting them to overpay and wanting for them to be safe. You can have a good life in real estate. The commissions, they can be good. It's kind of a tougher time in real estate right now, but if you're just in it for the commission, I just don't think that's the right way to do it. So for my buyers, I'm completely no pressure. I'm all about educating and just respecting that it's a big decision, no matter the price point that you're in. And for your sellers, obviously I want them, to get the most out of it, but then there's a time factor there as well. And so I just pride myself on keeping on top of my education and being as honest and transparent as I can, and doing things as if I was the realtor I would be looking for. I give an example all the time that, say I needed a realtor that was in a different state because I was purchasing something out of state, and so I'm not licensed there. Well, as a full-time realtor, I kind of know what I would value and expect, and so that's what I try to focus on for my clients. There's a lot of moving parts in real estate. Unfortunately, I do have to focus on marketing, right? And, following up with my leads and stuff like that. But my focus always is on at least doing it right. Having my schedule organized, making the transaction is going the right way, making sure that I'm communicating and representing my client in a professional way when speaking with other agents, or, if, I'm working with a seller, when I'm in front of buyers. So, I like to be presentable. I like to be organized. And so I think all of that combined, which takes years of experience of figuring out, is what it's about to do real estate the right way.
Yeah, I love that. Now, tell me the tagline, because I before we recorded this, I called you and I got it on your voicemail, and I thought it was so great. I wanted to share it. And tell us a little bit about that background, the story behind that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it is semi-memorable. Even other agents that end up getting my voicemail compliment me on it. And even some of my friend agents, like, they remember it and they'll shout it out when they see me in passing, whatever. But yeah, if real estate is what you think Alex Fink. And sometimes I interchange it with think Team Fink. But either way, there is a bit of a story behind it. One, I always kind of liked rhyming. I got to admit, like, I always kind of, in my generation, like, hip hop was a big deal. So, rhyming and stuff like that is always kind of fun for me. But it really came about because I just had this realization that, like, look, there's all these successful agents out there, and a lot of them have these like catchy Italian names or just like simple names. Like, just in my office, just a couple that come to my mind are like Murata. There's a woman, her last name is Bird, and then Tony, there's very Rash and that, all these memorable type of names. And I always liked my last name, but it's not like a super catchy one. It's not an Italian. Nothing rolls off the tongue. And so I was like, how am I going to kind of like stand out and have something a little more catchy? And so I came up with that. If real estate is what you think Alex Fink. And then, another little secret of mine is I do send some postcards to my past clients. And so I really try to take it to the next level as far as like what's going to connect with people, what's going to make people remember the name. And so I do a bright pink postcard as my coloring. And so I want them to, if they don't remember Alex Fink real estate, maybe they'll think real estate in the pink postcard, and then maybe pink with Fink. And so I took it to a pretty deep level, but I'm very proud of it. I do think that it's been effective to me. And one thing about real estate is it's not an easy business. People may know you do a good job and they want to work with you, but life has a lot of moving parts in there, and it's very easy, as any of us would just forget a name just like that. They may forget your name, and it's not on purpose, and they maybe want to work with you. And so you have to find a way for these people to remember you and the fact that you did a good job. If you didn't do a good job, they're just not going to reach out to you. But if you did a good job and then they remember your name at the right time, then you get to do what you love, which is your business.
That's so good.
So that's it, man. I took it pretty deep. I hope that it is long lasting.
As soon as you said pink postcard, I knew exactly where you're going with it. That makes a lot of sense.
Most of my past clients will remember me by my name, but like I said, you meet a lot of different people out there, and there's a lot of competitors in my business. So if anything, if they think real estate, maybe the first thing that comes to their mind is that pink postcard. And from there, they should backtrack it to my name.
Yeah.
So,
very cool. So we love talking about leads. We love talking about leverage. Do you have any forms of leverage you've implemented in your business, whether that be a specific software that does something for you, or AI tools, or virtual assistants, or in-person assistants? What kind of leverage have you guys found to be to your business?
Yeah, I came to learn that you just got to keep trying different things and keep trying ways of having more touches and connecting with people more and more and more. And so we do, a variety of different things. I mean, I think it depends on the person's business, but for me, we rely heavily on our past clients, the people that have seen what we do and the people that we've connected with. And so I still do physical postcarding, like I said. Of course, I do email blasts and and stuff like that, but I'm mostly targeting my past clients. We get a good amount of referrals, which we're really grateful for. We do Zillow, and those are always fun experiences. A lot of the times it's people that are from out of the area, and they're really relying on you in a deeper level of the understanding of the area and the values, because they're not living in it. And then, comes to the question of like this buyer agent commission thing and what are buyers agents worth. Like for those guys, I couldn't imagine. They're only here for a weekend and they want to see 6 to 8 properties or whatever. For them to try to coordinate scheduling all these types of things with the gates and the different agents, that would be really tough for them. I can't remember your original question here. What was your original question?
It was forms of leverage.
Oh, yeah. Forms of leverage. So, Zillow. We do Zillow. Trying to connect with people. I mean, I haven't seen anything in my career yet that's been like that super special thing where it's just like, I don't know. It's just really, you pay someone for some lead service and you're getting a bunch. I haven't necessarily seen that. I've seen a lot of agents with success when they are able to farm a specific community, but I think that's pretty tough to do in certain areas. For this one, we like helping everybody. And so I think that's a part of it. No matter like where the market's going, the ups and the downs, we're fairly diverse. We've always kind of been 50-50 buyers, sellers. We still help people with rentals. We feel like it's just part of the real estate service. If we have the time and we can do it, not if it's an hour away and if it doesn't make sense, but if it's in our specialty area, we try to do that. And then a lot of those clients end up, coming back. Sometimes small sales end up being big sales or many sales down the line. So we take every customer serious. And I think, that and focusing on those people is good marketing. That's what we feel right now.
Where do you guys hope the team will go in the next couple of years?
That's a tough one. I get that question a lot, especially when it's about like, what are your goals as far as production and what do you see? It's tough to know. I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I enjoy like making different pathways. Like I work with a builder and an investor right now, and we have some goals for new construction, and it would be cool to see how high that can go. I mean, if my investor's making money, my builder's happy, then, it would be great to get some stuff on the water, some super high money stuff. It would be fun, because that would be fun. I would love to help more agents. I think, in the future, I'm going to try to start recording some videos that are more educational about the contract, about how I manage my transactions and things to focus. I would love to help people. I never really thought I would feel like I would be a coach of some sort, but I have had a little experience with it. And I think I like it because I'm confident what I do and what I offer compared to many others in the business and my organization. So it would be cool to help people. And wherever else it goes.
Gotcha. So if somebody's listening to this, maybe they're a newer agent, or maybe they're just thinking about how do I continue to scale the business that I already have. What's some advice that you'd give to somebody that's maybe a little newer or figuring out how to get more consistent? Newer agents, man. That's just, it always reminds me of how like grateful I was for having a leg up because of my mom, because starting out new without any momentum or any clientele like that she had, or some very generous person to kind of help you through the beginning stages. I have a part-time agent on my team, and I always tell her, just focus on the people that you really consider your sphere. When I got into the business, I tried all these crazy email blasts. I downloaded some, a bunch of emails from a friend, thousands of emails, and I just thought in my head, I'll send these emails and people will reach out. It's not true. They have to connect with you. They have to know you. They have to kind of know your experience or what you're offering or whatever. So even if you feel like you only have and she comes from HOAs, like she manages HOAs and stuff like that. So she knows some people in the business. Focus on those people, even if it's just 3 people, and then try to grow it. I mean, it will grow naturally. If you keep up with your people, it will grow naturally. And that's another, from lessons learned in the business, because we've had many lessons learned, right? Clients that you didn't follow up with enough, like that stuff is very important. It's all a numbers game at the end of it. You want to help everyone, you want to connect with them, but if you don't keep up with your main people, then you may be forgotten. So that would be the advice, is really hold on to these people. Just don't go looking for work, because it's not going to be that easy, but connect with the people and then do a good job, because then they're your past clients. Yeah. And then they will refer you out. Even a small one right now. I don't know where it's going to go, because you never know in real estate, and people talk. You think you're going to get something, but then they, say it's not the right time or something. But, I helped someone that reached out. They found me online, Google. I have great reviews. I have tons of reviews online, which is nice, even though a lot of people aren't even doing their research. But either way, this guy reached out. He's, I live in a development called PJ National. It's condos, townhouses, single family houses, and they go from $250,000 to, multi-million. This is basically, the most affordable community in the neighborhood, fairly cheap condos, but, he reached out. I wanted to help him. Well, he gave me a call the other day, and apparently him and a friend of his possibly have 10 to 12 investment properties that they own that they're considering offloading. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if it'll be a couple of them or all of them, but it just shows if you do a good job and you prove to people that you know what you're doing, that they will reach out. And so you never know what you'll get from it. Yeah, no, that's great. Just do the work and follow up. Any special tools you're using for follow up, or to stay in rhythm?
Yeah,
because once you
that is a tough thing.
How do you keep it organized?
I know that is a tough thing. Yeah. I mean, I'm utilizing CRMs more often than I was in the beginning. I think a lot of agents are hesitant to use the CRMs because it feels like, oh, I'm just cold calling people and, it doesn't seem as genuine, but you need a way to organize it. And a lot of the times, I do want to reach out to these people every once in a while because I genuinely did have a connection with them. Maybe their time, and they had a connection with you. And maybe the timing just didn't work out because of the market. But you want to stay in contact with them, and time flies by. And it's unless it's tracked, unless it's there written for you in a schedule or something like that, you're going to be like, whoa. It's been a year since I spoke with this guy, and it's like, you got to find a way to organize it. So, yeah, CRMs, doing things like, anniversaries, home purchase anniversaries, just naturally putting that in the calendar gives you another talking point just every once in a while. And then, then you have the more repetitive ones like the email blasts, market updates, stuff like that. Find different ways of making the touches, but in the end, CRM, and then being able to prioritize which are your truly active clients, and then just giving them in the moment a little more priority, and a little more follow-up, sending them a property, a little more often than like a monthly update, someone that's more looking.
Got it. Oh, that's great. Well, Alex, anything you'd like to share with our audience? If they wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Yeah, I mean, you can look me up online, especially, Team Fink, Alex Fink, especially in this area of Palm Beach Gardens. I have a kind of a cool, catchy phone number too, a number that I bought, several years ago, and it's just a good marketing piece. But it's 561-444 Palm, as in palm tree or Palm Beach Gardens. So 444 Palm. Yeah, and it's 7256 if someone just wants to write the actual number. But yeah, that's how you can reach me. Easy to find my information online. I have linked to our Google page or wherever. Our website is really more of like is a flow page. I don't know if you've ever heard of flow page, sure. But it's kind of like a web page. And actually, I put on there things that are a little bit more important about my business than just like a typical brokerage website. But I have a list of my transactions over the last couple of years, and then a list of our transactions as a team over like the last 20 years, links to my reviews. I have, kind of my own personal listing guides, buyer guides, things that talk about like what I focus on in the business, how I manage my transactions, things that you should look out for, stuff like that. I have a sample contract that I kind of broke down the key points of it. So if anyone's actually listening to this and they want to be educated, I have a lot of helpful things there. And if you're in my area and you're looking to interview multiple agents, whether it's buying and selling, because now you have to sign a contract with a buyer. Look me up, have a conversation.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here today, Alex. And thanks for everybody for watching today. We'll catch you next time here on the Leads and Leverage podcast, the Team Leader Lounge. Bye.
Thanks, Tyler.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Leads and Leverage. I hope you found our conversation insightful and actionable. Remember, success in real estate is not just about transactions. It's about the relationships you build, the teams you lead, and the impact you make in the lives of others. If you enjoyed today's episode and want to stay connected with our community of real estate leaders and entrepreneurs, be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us bring you more valuable content and guests. Don't forget to visit our website, gpghome.com/leads and leverage for additional resources, show notes, and exclusive updates. You can also follow me on Instagram at @real_Tyler Gibson to join the conversation and connect with like-minded individuals. See you next week.